100 days left of 2024. And it's usually at this time of the year where people start to slow down because they're thinking about Christmas, they're thinking about the holidays. If you're in America, you're thinking about Thanksgiving, you're thinking about Halloween, you're thinking about all of the ways in which it's going to be hard for you to stay on track. And so therefore, at this time of the year, people start to think, oh, my goals don't matter, I don't matter, I'll just wait until next year. What is up, you Liz Schumann? Welcome to The Movement, the podcast where we talk all things mindset, health, fitness, self-love, confidence, personal development, becoming your best motherfucking self. This is the space for you if you are a woman who has struggled with self-confidence, self-love, with weight loss and weight regain, with shame for existing, with not feeling good enough, and if you are ready to strip it back to the basics and enter a new era of health. If that is you, welcome home. So we are nearing the end of September, 100 days left, just over 13 weeks left of the year. Like I said, what tends to happen at this time of the year is people start slowing down, they start putting their goals on the back burner, they tell themselves that it's going to be too hard, that they shouldn't start now, or they may as well just give up now because it's going to be difficult over the next couple of months. And sure, you can believe that if you want to. You can believe that if you want to be someone who gives up on themselves, who allows not being perfect to be the reason why they don't try. And if you want to be someone who spends just over 3 months out of the year not focusing on yourself, not improving yourself, and essentially letting yourself down. If you want to be that person, this episode is absolutely not for you, so I strongly encourage you to either stop listening or stop watching, because that is not who this message is for. However, if you are someone who doesn't want to slow down, who doesn't want to give up on themselves, who doesn't want to not try because they can't be perfect, who doesn't want to not try because it might be a little bit harder considering all of the celebrations that are coming up, if you are someone who wants to keep pushing forward and know that so much can change in 100 days or 13 weeks. If you are someone who acknowledges that you could literally change your entire life, and if you are someone who wants to show up for themselves and put themselves first, then this message is definitely for you. The truth is we have 100 days, and do you know what that means? You have 100 opportunities to become better. You have 100 opportunities to improve, to progress, to continue forward. A lot of people approach this time period with the slowing down mentality, but what I actually want you to do is to speed the fuck up. Think about it like a sprint towards the end of the year. Also, the calendar year literally means fucking jack shit. Just because the calendar year goes from the 31st of December to the 1st of January doesn't actually mean that you are going to be this immaculately different, changed human being. Just because the fucking calendar year changes doesn't actually mean shit unless you are fully committed to making the change. Now, I will say there is definitely validity in the fact that the calendar year, a fresh calendar year, does bring with it new energy and does bring with it this fresh feeling. That is actually true. However, you have to continue on. It's not just because the fucking calendar year has changed that all of a sudden you're going to change. You are the one who has to put in the work. So if you have set yourself New Year's resolutions for the last however many years, and you might have gotten a month through, 2 months, 3 months, even 6 months through, but you have not continued on for the rest of the year, then I want you to approach this period of time differently. They say that like 86% or something very high, maybe I made that number up, but I do know that it's incredibly high, like a large proportion of people who set weight loss goals as a New Year's resolution have stopped them or given up by the 1st of February. So that is 30 days, has September, April, June, and November. 31 days of commitment, and then they are fucking done. They are out. Now, there are a lot of reasons for that, one of which is diet selection. People go way too hard, way too soon. And there, of course, are a bunch of other reasons as to why people do not continue on with their New Year's resolutions. So if you are that person, if you are someone who has set their New Year's resolutions for the last year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 10 years, and you have not completed an entire calendar year. And not only that, if you have not then continued those goals on into the next calendar year, and particularly if you are someone who set New Year's resolutions at the start of this year, at the start of 2024, and you have not completed those goals, if you've already given up on those goals, just because it's nearly the end of September doesn't fucking mean shit. It doesn't mean that you should just fucking give up. It doesn't mean that you should not try. It doesn't mean anything. You place the meaning on the fact that it is the fucking calendar year and there's only a bit over 3 months left. But this is not the time to give up. Do you know what you can achieve in 13 weeks? You could lose 10 kilos, you could build an exercise habit, you could get in a relationship, you could get out of a relationship if it's not serving you, you could start a business, you could start a podcast, you could put 10 kilos on your squat, you could completely transform your relationship with food, you could completely transform your mindset, you could completely transform the way that you see yourself, your perception of self, you could finally get off the yo-yo dieting hamster wheel. You can do so fucking much in a 13-week period. The fact that you have a bunch of different celebrations in this next time period doesn't fucking mean shit. Why? Because we are working to build health for life. And that means that we don't have to be perfect. The version of you who is healthy for the rest of their life, who lives a healthy lifestyle for the rest of their life, occasionally fucking overindulges on Christmas Day. And here's the thing, it matters more what you do between New Year's and Christmas than it does between Christmas and New Year's. So if you have a couple of days of indulging over the next 13 weeks of the year, it doesn't fucking matter. What matters is what you do on the back end of that. What matters is that you don't allow those days of indulging to roll into the next and the next and the next and essentially indulge for the next 13 weeks because you're waiting until the fucking calendar year to roll over. What matters is that you get fucking started and acknowledge that we still have so much time left of the year. It is not the time to slow down. It is the time to speed up. You have 100 days. You have 100 opportunities to show up, be better, work on your relationship with food, work on your relationship with self, be a better version of yourself, lose weight if that's what you want to do, build an exercise habit, get into the gym, start working on improving yourself. 100. You have literally a third of the year left, just under a third of the year left. All I'm hearing at the moment is people saying that they're fucking giving up. What's the point? There's all of these celebrations coming around and, I'll just start in January. Like, that line of thinking to me is so ridiculous. 13 fucking weeks, 100 days we have. And you don't want to try in that third of the year because there's maybe 5 days where you could overindulge and not be perfect. Think about that. That is fucking ridiculous. You're thinking about what's going to happen if you try and fail, or you try and you're not perfect for like 5 days in the next 100. But what I want you to think about is, what is the cost or the consequence of not trying in the next 100 days? What are you actually choosing by not trying? You shouldn't be scared of failure. You shouldn't be scared of 5 days of overindulging in 100. You should not be fucking scared of trying and not being perfect. What you should be scared of is the cost or the consequence of you not taking action for this entire third of the year. Because the truth is, the consequence of you not taking action or continuing down the path that you are already on far outweighs you trying and overindulging for like 5 or 6 days in the next 100. Because if you choose to stop trying, if you've been on the journey, or if you are currently not on the journey and you want to lose weight and you choose to not take action for the next third of the year, what you are actually choosing by not taking action is to remain stuck in the yo-yo dieting cycle, remain stuck feeling embarrassed, ashamed, and frustrated, remain stuck feeling sluggish and lethargic and not being able to run around with your kids, remain feeling so fucking uncomfortable in your body that if you're in a relationship, you're not having sex with your partner, Or if you're not in a relationship, you are holding yourself back from the love that you deserve because you feel like you're unworthy of love. You choose to remain sitting in comparison to either an old version of yourself or everyone online. You choose to continue to look in the mirror and hate what you see. You choose to continue talking to yourself like a fucking asshole. You choose to continue to use food to numb, suppress, or avoid uncomfortable or difficult emotions. You choose to not have a social life and not go out with your friends because you fear judgment. And you choose to just exist in your life and not live it to the fullest because you keep holding yourself back. That is the fucking truth of reality. That is the truth of what will happen, what will continue to happen, what will continue to get worse by you choosing to not take action. So instead of worrying about overindulging for like 5 to 7 days in the next 100, take a moment to actually think about the cost and consequence of you not taking action. Would you rather try and do your best and not be perfect in the next 100 days? Or would you rather remain stuck in the cycles that you're currently in? The truth is, either of those options are hard. Staying where you are, remaining stuck, remaining feeling like you're feeling, remaining hating yourself, remaining stuck in shame, remaining not taking action, remaining feeling uncomfortable in your body, remaining puffing walking up a set of stairs, remaining not being able to be a huge contributor in terms of playing with your kids, remaining desiring to feel loved but not taking any action about it, remaining where you are or continuing to get worse is hard. And let's be fucking real. Putting in the work to lose weight, doing all of the mindset work necessary is also fucking hard. But you can pick your hard. Would you rather stay the fucking same or get worse, put on more weight, feel even more embarrassed, feel even more ashamed, feel even more of everything that you're feeling right now? Or would you rather show up for yourself, put in the work, try, do your best, have a couple of days of overindulging, but roll into fucking 2025 having built the habits, built the mindset, having lost some weight, and actually having transformed who you believe that you are and being an entirely different version of yourself by the time 2025 rolls around. You have that choice. That choice is yours. You get to choose to stay the same or fucking change. As I said, both of those options are hard, but it is up to you to decide which hard you choose. You have 100 days, 100 days, 13 weeks. I hope that this message inspired you to take fucking action, to show up for yourself, to look after yourself, to acknowledge that you are fucking worth it, and that 6 or 7 or 5 days of overindulging in the next 100 isn't actually gonna fucking do shit. You still have 90, let's say you have 7 days of overindulging Christmas. If you're American, you have Thanksgiving, you have Halloween. If you're in Australia, you have Boxing Day. And maybe you have like a work Christmas party, a family Christmas party, like neighbors, friends Christmas party, whatever. Let's call that 7 days. You still have 93 days to fucking take action, to make progress, to get into momentum, to step the fuck up, to be a healthier version of yourself, to be a happier version of yourself, to be a version of yourself that you're actually fucking proud of, where you can lay your head on the pillow at night and say, wow, I tried today. I fucking showed up for myself. It was not easy. It wasn't fucking easy, but I did that. I did that. I put in the work, and I'm going to fucking bed tonight proud of myself. I'm going to fucking bed tonight feeling like I'm getting somewhere. Why? Because I'm showing the fuck up. Every day I'm trying. Every day I'm focusing on 1% improvements. Every day I'm being kinder to myself. Every day I'm working on my mindset. Every day I'm being supported and held accountable by a coach who's there for me, who loves on me, who's my biggest cheerleader, but also someone who calls me on my shit when I fucking need it. You can achieve so much in 13 weeks, 100 days. You can fucking transform your entire life. But the decision is up to you. You might watch this, feel a little bit motivated, think you're gonna do it, and then not take fucking action. Or you're gonna be lit the fuck up by this video and decide that it's your fucking time to shine. If you are in that camp, I want to let you know how I can help you. I created a 6-week program called Restart, which helps women get restarted on their weight loss journey after weight regain and the associated feelings of shame, embarrassment, guilt, self-judgment, all of that fucking emotional shitstorm. It addresses the biggest hurdle that women face in losing weight: overcoming the emotional blockages and mental barriers that are in their way that are holding them back from not only being able to lose weight, but to be able to maintain their weight loss results for life. My program is not a lose weight quick fucking scheme. I will help unfuck your mind so that you can lose weight for life. My 6-week program is predominantly a mindset focused program where we look at the root cause of your weight struggles, your self-sabotage patterns, your inner critic, your self-talk, your relationship with food, and the mindset and identity that you need to embody in order to lose weight for life. We will also be focusing on a couple of physical habits in order to build momentum in creating automatic behaviors. But the main focus is on shifting all of the shit in here so that you can unfuck all of that, get rid of it, clean out all the pipes, and be ready to fucking go. Because your problem right now is that you have all of these stories of failure. You have proof and evidence of failure because you failed in the past. You're stuck in the yo-yo dieting cycle. You have self-sabotage patterns. When you get somewhere, you sabotage yourself because you don't think you're worthy. You not only fear failure, but you also fear success. You have a pretty fucked up relationship with food. And if you do not address all of that shit, you are wasting your time going on another diet. That is why Restart exists. It is for you if you want to fucking show up for yourself and not just lose weight. Anyone can fucking lose weight. Anyone can go on an 8-week challenge, slash their calories, move more, and fucking be done with it. This is about building the mentality and the identity that you need to embody in order to lose weight for life. So if that interests you, you can find the link to that in the show notes. By being supported and held accountable to what you say that you are going to do, you are 95% more likely to achieve your goals. So if you are ready to be held to a higher standard, if you are ready to be loved and supported through your change, then I strongly encourage you to apply. If not, best of luck over the next 100 days. I am absolutely rooting for you. And if you've gotten this far and you are someone who is not going to change over the next 100 days, well, you just wasted your time. But thank you anyway for listening. Thank you for having me in your ear holes. I greatly appreciate your time and your attention. And as always, I will catch you tomorrow.